What information would be shown in a triangular road sign? Road narrows. What does this sign mean? No entry. Where would you find these flashing red light signals? Level crossings. What does this sign mean? Traffic lights out of order. Which sign means that the national speed limit applies? You're waiting at a T-junction. What should you do if a vehicle is coming from the right, with its left indicator flashing? Wait until the vehicle starts to turn in. What does this sign mean? Right-hand lane closed ahead. What does this signal mean? Trams must stop. What does this sign mean? Water across the road. Which diagram shows a hazard warning line? Which sign means no entry? Where would you find green reflective studs on a motorway? At slip road entrances and exits. What does this sign mean? No through road on the left. What do the long white lines along the center of the road mean? Hazard warning. What should you do when you see this sign as you travel along a motorway? Leave the motorway at the next exit. What does this sign mean? End of motorway. Which of these signs warns you of a zebra crossing? What does this sign mean? Waiting restrictions apply. What does this sign mean? Give way to trams. You're driving in busy traffic. You want to pull up just after a junction on the left. When should you signal? As you're passing or just after the junction. What does this sign mean? Route for trams. What does this sign mean? No parking on the days and times shown. What does this sign mean? Minimum speed 30 miles per hour. What does 25 mean on this motorway sign? The number of the next junction. What does this sign mean? Trams crossing ahead. What does this sign mean? Zebra crossing ahead. What should you be aware of if you've just passed this sign? All traffic is going one way. What does this sign mean? Tunnel ahead. What does this sign indicate? A diversion route. What does this sign mean? Hump bridge. What does this sign mean? No through road. Which shape is used for a give way sign? You're on a motorway. What should you do if there's a red cross showing on the signs above your lane only? Don't continue in that lane. In winter, road signs can become covered by snow. What does this sign mean? Stop. Why should you make sure that your indicators are cancelled after turning at a junction? To avoid misleading other road users. What does this sign mean? Quayside or riverbank? What's the reason for the hatched area along the center of this road? It separates traffic flowing in opposite directions. What does this sign mean? The right-hand lane is closed. What does this traffic sign mean? Danger ahead. What does this arm signal mean? The driver intends to turn left. What does this sign mean? End of dual carriageway. What does this traffic sign mean? Compulsory maximum speed limit. What does a sign with a brown background show? Tourist directions. What should you do when you're approaching traffic lights that have red and amber showing together? Wait for the green light. Which sign means you have priority over oncoming vehicles? Which type of sign tells you what you must not do? What's the purpose of triangular-shaped signs? To give warnings. Which type of vehicle does this sign apply to? High vehicles. What does this sign mean? Contraflow system. How can you identify traffic signs that give orders? They're circular with a red border. Where would you find these road markings? At a mini roundabout. What does this sign mean? Pass either side to get to the same destination. You're approaching a junction where the traffic lights aren't working. What should you do when a police officer gives this signal? Stop at the stop line. Which sign means no motor vehicles allowed? What does this sign mean? With flow bus and cycle lane. What does this sign mean? Side winds. You're approaching traffic lights and the red light is showing. What signal will show next? Red and amber. What does this motorway sign mean? Temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. What does this white arrow on the road mean? Return to your side of the road. You're about to overtake. What should you do when you see this sign? Hold back until you can see clearly ahead. What does this sign mean? No overtaking. What does this sign mean? Level crossing with gate or barrier. What does this sign mean? Two-way traffic straight ahead. What shape is a stop sign? What does this sign mean? Contraflow bus lane. Which sign informs you that you're coming to a no-through road? What does this road marking mean? You're approaching a hazard. What does this sign mean? No right turn. What does this sign mean? Roundabout. You've stopped at a railway level crossing. What should you do if the red lights continue to flash after a train has gone by? Wait. What does this sign mean? Cycle route ahead. What does this sign mean? Maximum speed limit with traffic calming. What does this sign mean? Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. When may you cross a double solid white line in the middle of the road? To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. How should the right-hand lane of a three-lane motorway be used? As an overtaking lane. You're in a tunnel, and you see this sign. What does it mean? Direction to an emergency pedestrian exit. A police car is following you. What should you do if the police officer flashes the headlights and points to the left? Pull up on the left. How will a police officer in a patrol vehicle signal for you to stop? Flash the headlights, indicate left and point to the left. When may you sound your vehicle's horn? To warn others of your presence. What does this sign mean? Tourist attraction. What does this line across the road at the entrance to a roundabout mean? Give way to traffic from the right. Which sign shows that you're entering a one-way system? What shape are traffic signs giving orders? What's the national speed limit on a single carriageway road? 60 miles per hour. What does this sign mean? End of restricted parking area. Who has priority when traffic lights are out of order? Nobody. What does this sign mean? Lane for heavy and slow vehicles. What messages are given by circular traffic signs that have a blue background? They give mandatory instructions. You see this amber traffic light ahead. Which light, or lights, will come on next? Red alone. What does this sign mean? End of restriction. What does this sign mean? Steep hill downwards. Which sign means that pedestrians may be walking along the road? What does this sign mean? Crossroads. What does this sign mean? No stopping. What does it mean if you see this signal on the motorway? Leave the motorway at the next exit. What does this sign mean? Vehicles may park fully on the verge or footway. Which sign means there will be two-way traffic crossing your route ahead? Which sign means there's a double bend ahead? Which sign means turn left ahead? Why does this junction have a stop sign and a stop line on the road? Visibility along the major road is restricted. What does this sign mean? Risk of ice. What does this sign mean? Distance to parking place ahead. What does this sign mean? End of 20 miles per hour zone. Which is the sign for a ring road? Which arm signal tells you that the car you're following is going to pull up? What should you do when you see this sign at a crossroads? Carry on with great care. What does a red traffic light mean? You must stop and wait behind the stop line. You're on a motorway. A lorry has stopped in the right-hand lane. What should you do when you see this sign on the lorry? Pass the lorry on the left. What does this sign mean? No motor vehicles. Which sign means no stopping? Where would you see this road marking? On road humps. At traffic lights, what does it mean when the amber light shows on its own? Stop at the stop line. What does this sign mean? Direction to park and ride car park. Your vehicle is stationary. When may you use its horn? When another road user poses a danger. What's the meaning of this traffic sign? You have priority over vehicles coming towards you. What does the white line along the side of the road indicate? The edge of the carriageway. Where can you find reflective amber studs on a motorway? On the right-hand edge of the road. You're at a junction controlled by traffic lights. When should you wait at a green light? When your exit from the junction is blocked. Where would you see a contraflow bus lane? On a one-way street. How should you give an arm signal to turn left? Other drivers may sometimes flash their headlights at you. What's the official meaning of this signal? They're warning you of their presence. What does this traffic sign mean? Give priority to oncoming traffic. What do these zigzag white lines mean? No parking at any time. What must you do when you see this sign? Stop even if the road is clear. When may you use hazard warning lights while you're driving? On a motorway or unrestricted dual carriageway, to warn of a hazard ahead. What does this sign mean? Route for trams only. What does this sign mean? Humps in the road. Which sign means the end of a dual carriageway? What does this sign mean? T-junction. What does this sign mean? No motorcycles. You're in the left-hand lane at traffic lights, waiting to turn left. Which signal means you must wait? What does this motorway sign mean? Change to the lane on your left. What does this sign mean? Mini roundabout.